Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and I hope you had a great weekend. Today I want to talk about parental alienation, especially when it comes to dealing with an abusive person. You see, like an abusive relationship is mostly characterized by power and control, with one party wanting to use everything within their grasp to dominate the other party. And some abusers may have no limits of how far they can go as they seek to exert control and show their might over someone else. To you, like some may look so unnatural or very morally incorrect, but to them, they only focus on maintaining control. So they can do something which you don't even imagine that someone is supposed to do. That's why they might even go to the extent of using your children as a weapon of control through parental alienation. Parental alienation occurs when one parent coerces their child to dislike or to reject the other parent. It's more of one parent purposefully brainwashing the child with various ideas and attitudes about the other parent, even when those ideas are contrary to the child's experience. It's a common theme when it comes to co-parenting with a narcissist because they seek to punish their ex-partner or to use their children against them. And it's such a cruel manipulative technique, and you may find yourself bowing down to their demands and even lowering your boundaries so as to maintain your relationship with your kids. And it gives them great power knowing that they can use your greatest vulnerability, which is your kids, to control you, to trigger you, and to bait you or to hurt you. I want you to really highlight these four words: to control you, to trigger you, to bait you, and to hurt you, because that's where healing is. And I'll explain more as we go along in this video. The thing is, they will go to extreme lengths to just make the kids side with them, even if it means making up some lies about you. There is no limit. So, what are some of the signs of parental alienation? The first one is unfair criticism of the other parent, or making the child feel like the other parent doesn't love them, or wrongly accusing the other parent of abuse or cheating, encouraging the other child to discredit the other parent, or buying the child's loyalty through like expensive gifts, which of course probably you cannot afford, or even interfering with the child's time spent with the other parent. They may just come up with something that will make you not spend time with your child if you have shared custody, or just telling the child things about the other parent that are inappropriate for the child. And when you're not aware of all this, you will find yourself begging and begging or trying to justify to your innocent kids that you are just an innocent party and that the other parent is lying or the other parent is making things up. You will even try to win your kids back by trying to prove a point or to prove your love for them, which of course ends up alienating you further away from them. So, how do you deal with narcissistic parental alienation? You may think that the answer is fighting for the kids or convincing them that your ex-partner is abusive or is feeding them with lies. No, the answer is not there. And I want us to really explore this together. It doesn't mean that I'm right. I just want you to carry an open mind and explore it as well. And it's good to know that all scenarios are not the same. And I'll be exploring these in the scenario where like you've lost custody of your kids, or there is just a tussle between you and the other co-parent. The other co-parent is manipulative or abusive. So we first have to understand that a narcissist or a highly manipulative person is very persuasive and convincing and can lie with a straight face when they want something to go their way. And they may confidently tell anything to the kids when they want to alienate you from them. Their perception of reality is not the same as yours, and they don't have any limits or any qualms about what they can or they cannot do. They can just do anything as long as they want something to go their way. You, on the other hand, you have reservations on how far you can go when it comes to convincing your children of your love. You cannot really lie or make things up as much, or even use the power you have to win over your kids like the narcissist. Leaving that relationship, you are also traumatized, feeling sad, constantly triggered, angry and resentful of the fact that someone you once loved or still love, in quotes, can do that for you. So now imagine that you were the kid in the middle of this tussle. Would you believe the confident, charming, commanding, and authoritative, calm parent, which is now the abusive? your abusive ex, who is even probably in another relationship already? Or would you believe the defensive, triggered, devastated, or angry person, which is of course you, now the innocent parent who's been terrorized and put through various traumas by the abusive ex? Of course, you will believe the abusive parent, because from the eyes of you as a kid, you feel that they've got their life together. And indeed, the innocent parent might really be crazy, because they are so defensive and angry. Now you. So from the eyes of the child who knows nothing about what's truly happening, the innocent child, when you angrily defend yourself and react against those false accusations, it just makes you look very guilty, and even reinforces the fact that the other calm parent, which is now the abusive parent, is saying what the other parent is saying is true. And it even further alienates you from the kids, because they might choose to avoid you, because they feel that every time they come to you, you are probably resentful or complaining about something, and you are angry. And the other parent might be probably just feeling calm, already in another relationship, already just living their life as if nothing happened. It's harsh, but that's how it is. And on the extreme end, you might even have had like suicidal tendencies because of how everyone is treating you and siding with a narcissist. Your parents, your friends may also be siding with a narcissist. It's cruel, but that's how it is. And most parents lose full custody of their kids because they are declared mentally unfit to raise their children because of their reactions to the situation. Yes, manipulation is going on in all this scheme, but the fact of the matter is your reaction to the manipulation doesn't help your situation with trying to win over your kids or trying to resolve this. That's why you will hardly, or you cannot really outwit the narcissist in the game of persuasion. So the best answer is quite counterintuitive, really. In scenarios where the narcissist has beat you to the custody of your kids and you really feel that there is nothing you can do, you just stop the fight and go inwards. Nothing beats the state of inner peace. It's the one thing which can never be taken away from you. And when you go inwards and heal, you'll not be triggered by what's happening to your kids, which is outside you. And you will also not fall prey for how the other co-parent uses your kids too, which is now your vulnerability to bait you, to trap you, to trigger you, or to hurt you. So when you heal, you've neutralized that threat. It's more like you've disarmed the narcissist on an inner level, not just a physical level. So when you resolve your trauma, you will not react to the situation, and you'll just calmly see what's happening or the lies they are peddling without feeling the need to defend yourself. You may lose your kids physically, but when you heal and do the inner work, you will not lose the unconditional love you have for them. It may take some time, but those people close to you or even your kids will start seeing you for the love, compassion, and the peace you have deep inside. Hope you are still with me here. So the lies being peddled about you being a bad parent will have no legs when deep inside you feel that you are worthy and you know you are a good parent. Even if a million people say that you are a bad parent, as long as deep inside you know you are a good parent, it doesn't matter. You see, like when people lie about you and you are like deeply insecure, or you are unsure about yourself, or unsure of your ability, you will get constantly triggered. But when you've resolved your trauma, you will be authentic and connected to you. You'll just be calm and reassured, knowing that you are doing all you can within your scope of control. Like you are just secure within yourself, so you are doing your best. You've lost your custody because of, let's say, corruption or something, but it means that you did your best and there's nothing more you could have done. But when you are deeply insecure, you will always feel that there's something you could have done because you are not sure about yourself. Also, when you do the inner work, you'll be able to see your kids for who they are. And you will not feel the need to be resentful because you feel that your kids are siding with your abusive ex, or that your kids are not grateful for what you've done for them since they were young, for you raising them. And this will open your greater sense of compassion towards them, knowing that your kids are also being manipulated and they're just part of this manipulation. It may look woo-woo or just weird, but And of course, you might get complacent to even do the inner work and just focus on physically winning over them. But when you are deeply secure and have inner peace, you just let go and accept the things you cannot control without feeling the need of justifying or proving yourself. You are just being yourself and being true to yourself. So, do the inner work and find inner peace. The other things will follow. Hope that makes sense, guys. And as always, use this information with caution. But at the end of the day, all starts deep within you. Until next time, feel free to share, comment, and subscribe. See ya.